Vision is defined as, once again, vision is defined as the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. Allow me to repeat the definition, the word vision. As a business visionary leader, we're going to unpack the depth of vision for the year 2024. As you know, my mission statement, my purpose, my why for all of you, all the thousands and thousands of listeners to the Motivation Plus Marketing podcast, is to monetize and maximize 24 hours a day in 2024. And vision allows you to understand the depth of monetization and maximization of your 24 hours a day. Vision is defined as, let's get down to the definition, let's get down to the nooks and crannies, let's get down to what it's defined as. It's defined as the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. Allow me to personalize it for you. My ability to think about or plan my future with my imagination and my wisdom. My name is John Lemme, author, podcaster, business visionary leader, and international motivational speaker and real estate expert. I want to thank all of you for listening, liking, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff one does when you enjoy a podcast message. The word vision is very powerful. See, fear has vision, faith has vision. Faith takes action. Fear overthinks, counsels with people who've never stepped out in faith. As a visionary leader, someone who's been teaching and speaking and training, consulting internationally and nationally for 22 years as a success speaker and teacher and author, I will tell you that the greatest results in life are when you step outside the box. And I wrote a book about 17 years ago titled Champions Are Born, Losers Are Made, plus the inner secrets of leadership. And there's an area in this book, there's a principle in a book, page 11, called Being an Icebreaker. And I want to read a little from the Champions Are Born, Losers Are Made book, page 11. It says, close your eyes and picture a frozen body of water, perhaps as part of the Arctic. It is vast and it is covered with a wintry blanket of snow. A novice would look at this frozen landscape and conclude there is no way for a ship to cross it. See, a fear-based person without direction makes an instant decision without planning, without thinking outside the box and having a vision and having someone in their corner to think outside the box. As a visionary leader, back in 2006, what put me on real estate, what put me on CNBC as a real estate expert was the vision I saw for a certain section of North Carolina. People saw dirt, people saw mountain. Well, what I saw was cabins. What I saw was the vision. What I saw was the opportunity for people to have a second home, and I'll be digging more into that on a whole separate podcast. But you got to realize, and I've been saying this for many, many years, the most important asset you have is your mind. The most valuable piece of real estate you have is your mind. How you harvest it, how you plant it, the seed you plant, how you prepare it, how you protect it. You see, as an icebreaker, a novice, see, there's many novices right now in this world without self-development. As a CEO and founder of Lemme Development Group, I still remember as if it was a second ago, the day I chose, I said, my wife and I, Christy and I, said, what are we going to name our company? We're going to build a multi-billion-dollar company known internationally to allow people to develop their mind in honor of my family, Lemme, and then development. And for many, many years, people always said, you must be an Italian construction company. Well, I'm Italian, and I'm a construction company. I'm constructing and organizing people's minds to develop outside the box. Then the group you choose to be around. I did a post on social media and went viral. You are who you associate with. Choose wisely. Your choices of associations determines your vision. See who you associate with. So I challenge all of you as I dig into this. Close your eyes and picture a frozen body of water. Perhaps it is part of the Arctic. It is vast and it is covered with a wintry blanket of snow. A novice would look at this frozen landscape and conclude. Conclude means conclusion, end, recap, done, finished. And conclude there is no way for a ship to cross it. But that is not true. Large vessels are designed, everyone say designed, for cutting through ice. They do it all the time. Let me tell you something. I cut through the ice all the time. 2.5 years ago, I started to speak about an area called Soso, south of Southern Boulevard here in West Palm Beach, Florida. Everyone laughed at me, crazy, you're nuts. I also started to speak about an area on North and South Flagler, about condos. There was a condo that kind of broke the mold, was Bristol condos about 5-6 years ago. Then I really started to strengthen and discuss Flagler, North Flagler, Soso. Everyone called me crazy, you're nuts, no way. Well, now, there are literally homes are going in the market, and Christy and I looked at over 38 homes in the last 14 days here in Soso. I'm about to do a whole docu-series on Soso, North Flagler, South Flagler, about Nora, about South Flagler House, about East and West Towers, about Wall Street South, about the Square, about Mississippi Condo, about Temple Israel, about Ritz-Carlton, about the Curry Towers, about Alba, Olara, Forte, Bristol, about Seaspray, about Pearl, about Romaine, about Icon. This isn't a game to me, boys and girls. We're building a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And I want to tell all of you, when people laugh at you, it's because they're novices. They have no vision. They're stuck. You know, when I said I was going to become a multi-millionaire through the industry of network marketing and overcome my speech and stuttering, they all laughed at me. They all sat in the sidelines and laughed. Well, who laughed when I was consistent? I had vision, and every single day I was doing something productive for the achievement and advancement of that goal. And I'm telling you all right now, we are in the greatest times ever. But you must monetize and maximize 24 hours a day in the year 2024. To continue reading, it says, but that is not true. Large vessels are designed for cutting through ice. They do it all the time. Those vessels know their why in life. They just have to be built with structural integrity and strength and have the equipment to grind and cut away at ice. Some people look at obstacles and quickly conclude that it just cannot be done. Those people use the word impossible far too often. It's impossible becomes permission to stay in bed, avoid making calls, and just letting life roll over them. You were born a champion. You were designed for better things than that. After all, you started your life competing against millions of others, and you won that contest. So what is a little ice in to you? What am I saying? I'm saying for you to be an icebreaker. Set the bow of your ship bow of your ship towards the challenges and bear into it, little by little, inch by inch. Make your way across whatever obstacles are blocking your path. You have to stay on track by forging up and over the speed bumps of life. I challenge all of you. I'm going to give you a very, very quick acronym for vision. Letter V is value. Value your time. Every second is valuable. Be accountable. At the end of your day, my wife and I do a daily journal for miracles. We're about to actually, as we begin a docu-series, I'm actually heading up to Seville. Now, about a year ago, I started to speak about Seville. And I did an email today called From Soso to Seville. And all of you can write down Seville, Florida. Most of you have never heard of Seville, just like most people never heard of Soso. And many people to this day haven't heard of Soso, except they just sold a home here for $1.4 million, 1,700 square feet on the market, 18 hours. And they only showed 7 photos of the home, and there was nothing on the inside. They're selling dirt and land. When a market is made, it starts to pop. It's called formulation, concentration, momentum. Soso is in momentum. North and South Flagler are in momentum. There was a time when the formula was put together, and people concentrated on that formula, and then momentum hits. Well, right now, we are putting a formula together for Seville. And I'm telling you right now, there were those that are laughing. Laugh all day long. Have a great time laughing. I actually enjoy to see people laugh about that. But I will tell you, from Soso to Seville, witness the real estate boom, witness the transformation. The letter I in vision, the first I in vision, is implementation. You must make a decision and implement on a daily basis what you know you should. See, what should you have done today that you did not do in the last 24 hours? People are so busy, it's disgusting. They're so busy doing nothing, distracted. My wife and I every day recap the miracles we're experiencing. You guys are going to hear about Miguel. None of you heard about Miguel. You will hear about Miguel. Miguel is a multi-billion-dollar, I call him my guardian and billion-dollar angel. Wait till you hear about Miguel. See, I ask all of you today the letter S, C. What do you see when you open up your eyes in your personal construction zone? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are you seeing? How are you activating the ability to see? Most people are disorganized and it's cluttered. There's no vision. I'm looking right here at our whole vision board and our construction zone. I've been speaking about this in my first book I wrote 22 years ago. And the letter I is also innovation. Make sure you're around innovators. You guys will get to know a hair product line called Hair by Vin. I'm a lead consultant for Hair by Vin Russo and Sophia Salon. This year, the goal is in 2024 to do $4 million in the product line. Next year, over $25 million. And the third and fourth year, we'll be discussing acquisitions of $200, $300, $400 million. Call me crazy. Go right ahead. Laugh. It's fine with me. I'm used to people. I'm used to losers laughing. I'm used to winners acting. And I'm telling you, once again, the letter O is outside the box in vision. Think outside the box. You write down Seville, Florida. Write it down. You are listening to you. My wife has 2 listings in Seville, Florida. She's about to get a 3rd listing. We're heading up to Seville tomorrow. We'll be in Seville on, this is time sensitive. We'll be in Seville on Thursday, January 11th and Friday, January 12th. My wife now has the 10-acre country estate, which is a tremendous, magnificent opportunity. And she has a commercial property. I'm chuckling because someone's going to decide to own both of those. Well, obviously, individually, a person can purchase both. Just like right now in Soso. You look at aging condos. There's condos that were selling for $100,000 just less than 2 years ago. 23 of them in the building have now changed hands for over the average $1.2 million each. Outside the box. Who are you around? And anyone you know, that's a visionary. Anyone you know who loves horses. The 10-acre country estate is featured on the top horse lovers site in the country. Just got featured, started 2 weeks ago. And that's why when someone hears something, they educate themselves. They start to educate, know the facts. That's why development. See, when a decision is made, like we're up in Seville now, it looks like a movie scene. It looks like a movie set. There's construction. There's cranes. There's cranes, bulldozers everywhere. It's happening. See, outside fear puts a box around you. And once again, and then I'll move on to the letter N, and I'll conclude this message. Anyone you know who's interested in any part of Florida, in the areas of real estate, investing, getting positioned before the whole world knows about it. Anyone you know who is someone who's a visionary, who understands vision, who understands investing, understands getting in before the whole world knows about it. Assist them, change your life, connect with us, and we'll share with them the behind the scenes from Seville, from Soso to Seville. I said, and I'm going to read a little bit here. Over 2 years ago, I predicted the explosion of Soso in West Palm Beach, Florida, and now $1 million homes are selling like hotcakes. Just today, a home just a little over 1,700 square feet, yes, only 1,700 square feet went under contract for $1.4 million with just 7 photos. Showcasing the location's allure and, oh yeah, 0 pictures of the inside of the home, simply selling the location and the dirt. You see, when Joseph's Classic Market and a fitness center called Amped has 6 fitness centers in Florida. They're going to have the 7th one in Soso. You just don't make a decision to open up AMP. See, I read, I study, I read permits, I read development companies who make investments. I read all that fine printed, or those little signs you see in the fence in the side of a road. And then you do research for the Department of Traffic, the DOT, and you go into all that. You go into all the waste management companies. You see what they're building for the foundation. You know, because when a developer makes a decision, irregardless of what the they crowd, they that laugh, they that have sit on the sideline, they're building it. They laughed at me when I said this would happen. Imagining returns on an investment made a few years ago for those who act in faith and vision. Vision is key, and without it, you are guaranteed to miss out on the momentum and growth that follows. Now let's talk about the golden treasure, Seville, Florida, in West Volusia County. Just like so-so, Seville is on the brink of a boom with developments, corporate acquisitions, and infrastructure expansion for retail. Bids are pouring in for homes in Celso right now. In Seville, there was one home that we looked at with one of Chrissy's clients, 41 bids in 21 hours, 24 hours. We're going to look at 2 more tomorrow. I'm doing a whole docu-series on this, and I personally have never been so passionate about. I absolutely love to see everybody wins. I absolutely love fair market capitalism where everybody wins. Absolutely love it. You maximize God's gift he gives you. It's exciting. Bids are pouring in for homes in Celso right now. In Seville, still unknown to 99% of people, is gearing up for a spotlight. My wife literally had to add Seville, the city, onto one of the multiple listing services here in Florida. Seville wasn't even on the MLS. Let that sink in. You can mark my words on this. Welcome to Seville. Historic past, bright future, and we're talking super bright. My wife has 2 tremendous listings in Seville, offering a rare opportunity to be part of this unfolding story. Will you miss out on this highly valuable and profitable decision or be part of it? They laughed at me about so-so. Who's laughing now? Seville's the next big thing. You can mark my words about this. Join us in unpacking the Seville story and understand why even Johnny Morris, the billionaire founder of Bass Pro Shop, sees the potential. Let's talk about how you can be part of seizing the opportunity. Interested to see the 2 listings in Seville, Florida? My wife, it's funny, my wife has to offer. I just realized I had a blooper on that. Imagine when Seville is popping like so-so, and it will. Reply now or call 561-847-3467. Once again, 561-847-3467 with the word Seville, like Cadillac. I said that a zillion times, like Cadillac, Seville. To see the 2 properties my wife has listed. And once again, someone is listening to this. You've made bad mistakes in the past because of bad associations. This is an opportunity for you to step out of your comfort zone and get around the right group of people, the Lemme Development Group. So once again, anyone you know interested in real estate, let us know. It'll be our absolute pleasure to team up with them and assist them to achieve their goals and exceed all their expectations, especially for those of you to introduce someone to Seville. They will thank you for the rest of their life because the investment, it's explosive. And the final letter in vision is N. And N stands for notorious. What are you known for? When people mention your name and you're not around, what do they say about you? You could change your reputation by your words and associations. I had someone call tonight. Chrissy will be getting another listing here locally over a $1 million property. He called me. He's a friend of mine. He says, look, this guy don't like this guy. Can't stand realtors. Doesn't like him. Doesn't trust him. He knows you. He knows you and Christy. He's still looking forward. And he had my personal number. I said, here's my wife's number. So we're actually meeting him tomorrow. My wife will have 2 more listings here in West Palm in the next 2 days, and another one in Seville as we're heading up there. What are you known for? What is your reputation? I'm known for integrity. I'm known for, I'll tell you something. I'm known for calling people out in the truth and integrity. So I challenge all of you, vision, 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 vision. I suggest to re-listen to this podcast. The message is only 19 minutes. I suggest to re-listen to it, dig into it, write the definition down. And those of you interested in following and receive my emails and be more involved in what we do here, feel free to give us a call or text and just say, add me to your database, John. That's 561-847-3467. Once again, 561-847-3467. And or whatever platform you're listening to this on, there may be a description, audio, video. It's on YouTube. It's on all the audio platforms. You guys will see a link to my website, which is DeLemmeDevelopmentGroup.com, DeLemmeDevelopmentGroup.com, and you will see the opportunity to receive 2 free reports and obviously everything else that we have to offer. God bless all of you. 2024, the vision is monetize and maximize. 24 hours in a day in 2024. May you have the most magnificent, extraordinary, excellent, supernatural, miracle day. Miracle day. Expect the unexpected. That's how I live. And once again, remember what I said. From so-so to Seville. Who's laughing now about so-so? Very shortly, people are going to be, who's laughing now about Seville? Talk soon.